literally cover this entire beach. The beach actually was almost a mile away. It's the big island and growing bigger every day. I'm going to talk to you today about one of the things that we do at the retreats for women in recovery is the 5 mahalos. Mahalo means thank you. And we do this a lot. We find that we're often challenged in life, and we always will be. There's not a perfect life. Get used to it. But you do know how to, need to know how to cope with your life. And one of the things that we do is the 5 mahalos. And this happens when you are challenged. You're in a situation, and I'll give you an example. I was driving to work at the crisis hotline, and I was driving my old husband's tank of a Mercedes, and the sidewall got blown out by a rock, and I was on a very uneven ground. And fortunately, I got it to, finally crept it to the pavement in my subdivision, which is way out in the middle of nowhere in Hawaii. And I said, oh, I'm going to do the 5 mahalos on this one. It's my first experience with 5 mahalos. And I said, well, okay, I'm on the pavement. At least I can change my tire. It's even. And so that's my first mahalo. And I go, okay, well, I looked in the trunk of the car, and there was a tire, which is a surprise because it was my ex-husband's car. We won't go into that. But there was no, so that was my second mahalo. There was a tire. But there was no jack. There was no way to get the tire off. And it was Mercedes, so I needed metric tools. So I needed special tools. So I'm looking up, and it was in a place that gets 168 inches of rain a year. And it wasn't raining, it was overcast. So I said, oh, at least it's not raining. I can stand outside the car, and maybe when somebody finally comes down the road, I can wave them down. So that was 3 mahalos. My 4th mahalo was that, I was going into a new time slot at the crisis hotline, so I had some time. I was going to stop and get some lunch, and so I had a little bit of time. So even if the person who stopped didn't have tools to help me out, they could call. They could call the 800 number for the crisis line and tell them their crisis worker was in a crisis. So that's 4 mahalos. And I turn around, and there's a Ken's towing truck coming up behind me. And he stops and asks me if I need help, and of course I did. He had the tools, and he changed my tire in 5 minutes. I put a $20 bill in his pocket, and I was on time for work. How this works is, instead of kicking the tire and cursing my husband for not having the jack and going, oh, God, fun it, the world is doing me wrong, I decided to take that action and take the time to say what I was grateful for about that situation. And that turns the action from the negative to the positive. And the universe listens. The universe goes, whatever you're thinking, especially whatever you're saying, it reflects back to you like a mirror. It goes, oh, that's what you want. So if you're standing there cursing and being miserable and pitiful, it will go, oh, I don't understand it, but we'll give her another helping of that. And so you just continue that misery and negative thinking. If you choose to stop, particularly in a challenging situation, and go, okay, what do I have to be grateful for? What's good about this situation? The universe listens to that too and goes, oh, that's what they want. They want something good. So they give you something good. And I got the miracle of having a towing truck that had the time, the muscle, the willingness, and the tools to change my tire. And I was on work on time, and I was happy, and it was my first 5 mahalos. And we do it all the time. Every time we challenge with something, we go, well, mahalo for that, or mahalo for this, or mahalo for that. And usually when you do this, and you're really challenged on getting the 5th mahalo, which often happens, on the 5th mahalo, you'll either get the turnaround of your energy, as I did with the towing truck that saved me, or you'll get an answer, or you'll get some laughter. And that changes the whole energy about the situation. And you are in control of every situation in your life. You may not think so right now, but you are the captain of your entire life. You control what you do, what you think, and how you manifest. And try the 5 mahalos out. It's going to work for you. It's worked for us, and it always has. Aloha.